Hopefully there's not too much background noise. Yeah. All right, looks like Facebook is ready to go. Welcome, guys. So today we're going to be talking about, are annoying people trying to steal your peace and your happiness? If so, if you're dealing with some people that just they get under your skin, they're trying to annoy you, and you know that they're doing it deliberately, stick around. I've got 3 tips that are going to help you, and it's really key that you learn these skills. These 3 skills are going to help a lot. Okay, so if this is your first time joining me, my name is Tina. I'm a happiness coach, and I help business owners deal with the emotional side of life, whether that's in your personal life or in your professional life. So if it's your employees, your customers that are driving you crazy, then let's talk and see if we can help you with some of those challenges. Okay, so today is going to be more talking about the personal side of things because it can be so easy. You can do so many things right, and especially in this day and age where there's so much information on the internet, and you can get twisted around thinking, what is the right thing to do? Do I, say something? Do I not say something? Do I just let it go and meditate and all that kind of stuff? No. So, first thing is, if somebody is getting under your skin and you're having a reaction, if you haven't watched the training I did yesterday on explosive anger, go watch that. There's some tips on helping you to calm down so that you don't create more damage and cause more damage to the system or the process or the relationships, right? So the first thing you're going to do is when you feel that emotion within you, this isn't about denying your emotions. This is about recognizing what the reaction is, what's going on within you. So a lot of times you need to step back and detach. Now, this doesn't mean you have to leave everybody or whatever it is. You have to detach so that you can get yourself calm. So if that's excusing yourself so that you can go to the bathroom and just breathe for a minute, and you're like, Tina, I don't have time for this. No, that's okay. What I want you to do is when that irritation comes up, I want you to force yourself to smile. Smile, and even if it's through gritted teeth, smile, because this is something that's coming up for you that you need to figure out what's going on underneath it. And that emotional work is something that I actually help with. So first thing is you're going to detach because you don't want to react, especially if somebody's trying to do this shit to you deliberately. Don't react because that is the game. Having grown up in such an abusive environment that I grew up in, I know what it's like to deal with a narcissist who will do anything to get a rise out of you. That is the goal. It doesn't matter if you cry, it doesn't matter if you scream, it doesn't matter if you yell, if you play nice. It does not matter what it is that you do. You can't do anything wrong, you can't do anything right to them. And they just want that reaction from you. So, knowing that reaction is the game, then your ability to not react is where you need to develop that skill and develop that strength because that is going to make a difference. Now, that requires a lot of inner work. Hey, Marcus, welcome. So, that is going to require quite a bit of inner work and you being strong within yourself so that no matter what hullabaloo they try to throw at you, that you're able to take that step back, detach, and recenter. And then the second thing that you need to do is ground yourself. And what I mean by grounding yourself is anything that you can do to bring yourself back to the present moment. So if they said something to you a half hour ago, an hour ago, 20 minutes ago, last week, last year, and it's eating up your mental bandwidth, it's eating up your emotional energy, it's going to drain you. So you need to get grounded so that you are focused on this present moment. And in this present moment, they are not here. Whatever they said, if you allow it to take up space in your mind, then they win. It's got some sort of reaction to you. So, understanding that, grounding yourself in the present moment. So, a couple of things that I'll do box breathing. I've covered that in some of my other trainings, so go follow me on YouTube, Coach Tina B 125, or if you go to my Facebook group, The Happiness Coach, I've got 8 free trainings in there that are core components of skills that I use. So request to join that group, okay? So you're going to want to ground yourself. So I'll do box breathing. I will do, I have the sound of rain or thunderstorms, especially if I'm angry, right? Like if I'm feeling really ticked off about whatever it is because they got under my skin. And so if that's the case, then I will play something to drown out the noise in my mind. So for me, what works is rain noises or hardcore music, right? So like raging kind of like rah, that kind of music, because and I can just sit with it and I can feel the emotions, I can feel the feelings. I do not have to act on them. I do not have to take action. That is something that you really need to understand. Do not react. That is if that is the only thing that you can do not react, okay? So ground yourself, make sure that you are in the present moment, and once you're in that present moment, then you can start to do the third step, which is assessing. What you're going to do is assess how important is this for me to address this? How important is the relationship for me to keep it intact? Was it, somebody that bumped into you at line in the grocery store and you're irritated and you're frustrated and you vent about, how people are so inconsiderate and you go off on some rage tangent. And all that's doing is draining your life force. It is draining you. It is not allowing you to focus that energy on something that is productive for you. It is rewiring your cells too, and it's making you unhappy. And something that somebody did for 30 seconds and you allow that to control you for X amount of time, you're playing into this. So really focus on, you have to actually choose to be happy, right? Now, this isn't to say that you can't feel the feelings or you can't feel sad or you can't feel angry about something. Absolutely. Feel those feelings. Just don't act on them, okay? Until you've gone through these 3 steps and you assess, is this actually important enough for me to address? So maybe it's an annoying coworker. Maybe it's not somebody that reports to you. Maybe it's, somebody in a different department and you're like, every time I deal with this, beep, it drives me crazy and I don't want to have to deal with that. So you will need to assess, how important is this? How much of this mental bandwidth is this taking up? And you choose whether or not you continue to go into that job, because you have to remind yourself you don't have to be there. So if you don't have to be there and you can choose to do something else, you won't feel victimized. Yeah, I caught on to that the other day. Thanks for catching that though, Maya. I appreciate that. Somebody coming in saying, violation detected. You have to end the live now. No, I'm not shutting up. Go away. So, in case you guys haven't noticed, I am not shutting up. I am still here. I'm still talking. If you like the stuff that I do, great. If not, go find something else to do. Go find a hobby. I recommend painting. It really helps me, right? And when I assess the relationships of people that try to get under your skin, and I look at some of those people that are actively trying to do that, I actually feel sorry for them. I'm like, how miserable of a life do you have to be living that you get your joy and fulfillment out of hurting somebody else? I can tell you what kind of conditions that person probably grew up in, that they were hurt and they were harmed, and they are a child that is crying out for attention. And so when I see a child crying out for attention, I don't hate them. How can I be angry with them? All I have is compassion for them. And that doesn't mean I'm going to allow them to continue to be an asshole to me. I will step back. I will do what I need to do to protect my own energy. And I have to choose whether or not I want to allow that energy into my life. And so when you know this level of inner work and you know that control, hi, TI, hi, welcome. First time I seen you in the live, welcome, welcome. So if you have that kind of energy, you have that kind of self-control over your own emotions, even when other people try to do this shit to you, you're actually going to find it amusing. You're going to find it kind of sad that they have to go, they're spending their life force trying to irritate you. Like, how badly do they need attention? It's really something else, right? And so what I will also do, this is a fourth bonus one, is I will send prayer and positive energy to them because they are clearly in dire need of a hug. Right? So if you can start to learn to shift that within yourself, then you will not waste your life force, your mental energy, your bandwidth on somebody else who's deliberately trying to irritate you. And sometimes it's not somebody trying to deliberately irritate you. When you go through these 3 steps, detach, ground, and assess, when you go through those 3 steps, you might find, oh, you know what? It's something going on with me. I'm easily irritated today. I didn't get enough sleep. Haha. I learned from the lesson that I had yesterday when I was talking about explosive anger. I knew part of my frustration that day was because I was tired. So when you're tired, no different than a child. When a child is tired, they're going to find everything unreasonable. They're going to cry about everything. So know what it is that you need. Know how to control your own emotions. I'll work on mine. You work on yours. And this is how we make a much happier, healthier world and workplace. So, guys, that is the training for today. If you haven't joined and subscribed, whether you're on Facebook, TikTok, or you want to go to my YouTube channel, Coach Tina B 125, click on subscribe. You'll get notified when I upload this replay. Thank you so much, guys. Always good to see you, Maya. Take care. Have a great day. Bye.